The man claimed he could kiss anyone from a distance. If he failed, he voluntarily agreed to forfeit $100. Amy didn't believe him, so she pursed her lips, waiting for him to demonstrate. In the end, Jack failed and lost $100, but he did receive a kiss from the young married woman. At that moment, Jack had no idea that he had already fallen into a trap carefully set by Amy. That night, the two took a taxi to a hotel. Midway, Amy asked to get off. Jack, initially excited, grew a bit impatient. However, Amy didn't walk away. She stood quietly, waiting for him to catch up, her eyes reflecting a hint of desire. Jack immediately understood she was afraid of being seen by others. Yet the drop-off point had been meticulously chosen by Amy. They arrived at the hotel and, after getting the key, entered the room assigned by the front desk. Jack tried to get closer to Amy, but was suddenly interrupted by an armed robber. At first, Jack thought the man was only after his money, but the robber soon turned his attention to Amy. With the gun barrel lightly grazing her skin, the robber grew increasingly reckless. Jack tried to help Amy but was knocked to the ground. The robber insulted Amy in front of him. After the assailant fled, Jack came to his senses and saw Amy covered in injuries. He was filled with guilt. Neither of them could call the police, as both had families. Jack had no choice but to leave the hotel in disgrace, consumed by guilt and helplessness. When he got home, his wife asked how he had been injured. Jack concealed the truth. Just as he thought the matter would end there, Jack received a mysterious phone call. It was the robber from the night before. The man demanded $20,000, threatening to expose Jack's affair to his wife if he didn't pay. Jack had no choice but to comply. After hanging up, he secretly met Amy to tell her about the threat, hoping to discuss whether to involve the police. Amy strongly opposed reporting it and even offered to pay with her own money. She explained that she was afraid her husband would find out about her affair. If they divorced, her husband could take custody of their daughter, and she didn't want to lose her child. Jack had to give up on reporting it to the police, but he didn't accept Amy's money. She was also a victim. He withdrew $20,000 from his own account and delivered it to the robber at the agreed location the next day. However, a few days later, the robber demanded money again, this time $100,000. Just as Jack was about to refuse, he realized the call came from his home landline. The robber was inside his house. Jack rushed home and found the intruder pretending to be his friend, chatting with his family. He felt both furious and terrified. After dealing with the robber, Jack had no choice but to contact Amy again, yet she still refused to call the police. With no other option, Jack sought help from a friend, a janitor who had once been involved in gang activities.